and welcome back to my channel, TorAthena, where today we are talking about Suicide Squad.
Squad de Suicide, as they might say in France.
Yeah. Do they?
I don't know.
Oh. But we're talking about it! Basically, what I'm just gonna say before we talk about this, like, if you conflict with our opinions, please still comment. You know, we still are interested. This is just our opinion. But we're reviewing a movie. We're gonna be talking about this from a movie critic's point of view. Not just saying, we don't like it because Superman's better. You know, it's, we're reviewing a movie, okay?
Yes, we're reviewing a movie, but also from the point of view of the fact that it is a comic adaptation. So these are characters that we love.
It's two things we love. Movies and superheroes.
Yes.
So let's begin.
Well, no, first off, what was your initial anticipation for it? That's what we normally start with.
Yeah, that's a good point. My initial anticipation towards this film was actually incredibly neutral, which I always like when I go into a cinema feeling neutral, because I think it's going to give me the most accurate reaction to a movie. If I go in wanting to love it, I'm probably not, because I have built it up in my head. And if I go in hating it, I probably don't enjoy it equally because I want to hate it. So I think when I don't really care, I can just enjoy it. I was looking forward to seeing what they did with Harley Quinn and the Joker, and I had faith in Jared Leto pulling it off, and that was kind of it.
I was the same. It's like when you kind of like scrape away whatever story they were going to have, because the trailers weren't clear what the actual narrative was or what the villain was. But all they were really revealing for me was that this is DC's chance to transfer Harley Quinn into the cinematic universe and make her into a staple movie kind of like character, and then also recreate the Joker in a new form, and you know, for me as well, the Killer Croc. Those are the three characters who I was really interested in seeing kind of realized in movie. For
me, it was Enchantress and Katana. I really was excited to see them.
Yeah.
But on a whole movie whole, neutral. First off then, initial reaction to the movie, not the cast, the first initial reaction to the movie then, what was it? How about this, shall we just reenact what we did on our movie reaction?
Okay.
For anyone who hasn't seen the YouTube reaction, when we both went to the midnight viewing together, we left it and we went, what did you think of it? And we went, eh. That's it. And I'm still like that. I'm still conflicted. So that's still our reaction.
I'm less conflicted. I now know I don't like it.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to find out why then.
We will find out why. Keep watching.
Let's just go through the cast. First off, we had Will Smith, who was Deadshot, and bar none was he blatantly paid the most because he got the biggest screen time. What did you think? I actually thought he was great.
Yeah,
I genuinely
as
thought
a character he was likeable.
He was likeable, he was relatable, he had depth, he had history, he had passion. He's just a good actor anyway. I don't think I've ever watched him in anything I haven't liked.
But do you not just think he played Will Smith?
Yeah, but he plays it well.
Yes, because he is Will Smith.
Actually, no, because isn't Will Smith meant to be like this crazy Scientologist who thinks he can genuinely control time?
Maybe, but he always plays the same role. For me, the character he played wasn't any different from the character he played in Independence Day.
Yeah, but it's very different but it's also touching on the character he played in Pursuit of Happiness, which is very different to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes, okay. Well referenced. And well studied, I will say. You came in with your fact sheet there.
Yes, I did.
He didn't push any boundaries in terms of kind of like, you know, creating this role.
No, but he didn't have to.
No, he didn't.
He came in and he did what he had to do, and he did it well.
As the main character, and I would say that he probably is the main character, he should be kind of like central. He should kind of like pull everything together, and he should actually create a role that's worth mentioning and worth talking about.
I think he did, because personally, I have to be honest, Deadshot has been a nothing character to me. I have heard it's not it's not super close to the comics, but it has made me want to read the comics to compare. But also in the book, he is the one who has clearly blurred the lines between good guy and bad guy.
Yeah.
He has a moral code, like Batman, but he's the one in prison because he's done bad things, because he's a bad man. We see good guys all the time question the moral line, but they always go back to being good. This guy is a bad guy who makes us question where the line is. So Harley Quinn then, what did you think?
Visually, because we've had it thrust down our throat for the last year.
Yeah, I think there's no impact there now because we're used to that style now.
And we've seen most of the shots that include her already.
I've got to say it, I don't like her. There was one scene in it where she goes, "You're ruining date night!" That was perfect. To me, that was the Harley that I
Yes.
know. She's angry. She's really angry about something she shouldn't be angry about. Like, it's so funny. Like, in that moment, that's the classic Harley where her world is so warped and distorted from the world that we're in. And I loved it. She's the positive and happy side of Harley, but there was no dark side to Harley either.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a bit where she's sitting on the car and she takes the collar off. That's sad Harley.
Yeah.
But there's an angry Harley that we never saw.
Well, this is a big issue because these are supposed to be DC's worst villains kind of thing. And
Yeah.
these are introducing some really interesting new bad guys. But Harley Quinn doesn't come across as a bad guy.
She comes across as a lost little girl.
Yeah.
And there is an
And
element
it's
to
really
Harley.
sad.
Yeah, and there is an element to Harley that is who she is.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an also very terrifying, angry, vicious side to her that they didn't put through in the film, except for one scene where she goes, "You're ruining date night," because she's really angry that she just wants to be alone with Mr. J, creating havoc.
Yeah.
And I liked that, but I didn't like 90% of the scene she's in. Some of the lines she said made me cringe. We're bad guys, that's what we do.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's just really poor. In general, it was really poor writing, I thought. They've lost what makes Harley Quinn Harley Quinn. Whereas
Yeah.
Deadpool was made perfectly. Deadpool on screen is exactly how we picture Deadpool in the comics.
Yeah.
This is a different kind of Harley Quinn, and unfortunately, if this is now Harley Quinn for the DC Cinematic Universe, we're left with a character that falls short of what
It's not
Harley
as
Quinn
rich
should
as
be.
she used to be.
Yeah, and I would also say that her relationship with the Joker is not the relationship that she was supposed to have with the Joker.
No, it's weird. Like we were discussing this on the way back. You were saying that she's madly in love with this psychopath, but he's not sexually in love with her. It's like
He uses her.
it's like she's his pet, and he constantly rejects her, constantly pushes her away. In this, the whole film is him saving her because he needs her, and
Yeah.
he talks about, "I've got a bare
There was
skin
no
rug waiting for you."
selfishness, and they were trying to make their relationship almost like twisted ideal,
Yeah.
which it shouldn't have been. It should have been like this messed up anarchy. But there was something that actually looked like a bad relationship. You know, like you said, it's an abusive relationship.
Yeah, because he tortures her at the beginning and stuff. But
Yeah.
it was weird. I didn't like it. Well, I think that segues quite nicely onto what did you think of the Joker?
Not what I wanted to see.
I'm actually heartbroken. I really am, because I was one of the few people who actually had faith in Jared Leto. Because when I first watched the trailer, I wasn't really, like, when I first saw what Joker looked like, I was like, this is disgusting. No, this is terrible. And then I saw 1 or 2 trailers with him in, and I was like, do you know what? He's quite good. He's got this quite charismatic, fills a room with his presence. And I was like, do you know what? He could do it. If anyone can, Jared Leto can do this.
Yeah.
And then I don't know whether something's been lost in translation. I don't know. Because in the film, except for one scene, he just wasn't the Joker.
Yeah, there was a dramatic entrance in the middle of the film, like right in the middle of the film, that was so un-Joker-like. It didn't have any of his charisma, it didn't have any of his pizzazz and his wildness. He was basically just a guy with a gun.
And bad lipstick.
And yeah, and
it was literally like bad lips. It was all
And they played the card too soon in the film, because I think he would have been a much more interesting, conclusive scene to the whole movie.
I would
because the build up, and here's the Joker, but instead he became a background annoyance that didn't pay off. Who can use the Joker badly though? If they're throwing the Joker into a movie narrative, into a storyline, and he's not interesting and he's not exciting, who does that?
And give him grills. I was originally told the grills were there because the Batman has broken his teeth so many times, and I was like, do you know what? I like that.
Yeah,
I like
there's consequences to the
yeah.
constant fighting.
I don't know if that's true anymore.
Yeah.
I just think it's kind of added to the gangster style-esque of his look, because I've only heard that once, and as much as I liked it, I haven't read it anywhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true. It was so annoyingly distracting. It looked like he was wearing braces. It kept looking like he was wearing braces whenever he smiled. And I just imagined it like, oh, it's teenage Joker. And his laugh was so forced.
Yeah.
Like we're watching like this young version, and it was really weird, and it broke me out of it, and
So yeah, so those are the main characters, but side characters, very, very briefly.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Boomerang, absolutely pointless. There was no purpose. He could have been taken out of that movie completely, and the film would have been exactly the same.
Well, like you said, why is he there? And I went, well, he's comic relief. He's blatantly the comic relief. And you said, but they're all comedy. They're all funny characters in this. And it's
even
like,
Croc wasn't kind of like the vicious, hulking monster that you thought he was. Even he cracked jokes.
It was weird. And Slipknot, in it for a minute, fair enough. I liked the fact there was a death, even if it was a red shirt, effectively, of the villains. I like the fact that they did show, look, we're not afraid to kill you. But these good guys aren't afraid to kill you.
He had, as far as I was aware, he had 2 lines. One was misogynistic, like extremely misogynistic, which you pointed out to me afterwards. I was like, holy shit, you're right. That was like really bad. And then he died. I can't remember him saying anything else.
Just gonna point this out, really uncomfortable that Slipknot just punched a girl because she I think she said something like, welcome back, jackass, or something like that. He just punched her, which in the film is meant to highlight that he's a bad guy. The amount of people who just laughed in the cinema, uncomfortable.
It was more, no, because it was not because he punched her, it was because he turned to the other bad guys and said she had a mouth on her. And it's like, that's...
Oh,
that's not a funny line.
Katana, really liked her. I thought
visually great.
I thought her costume was a little bit cheap looking at times.
It was cheap looking, but also they started adding that supernatural element with her, which didn't work and it didn't really pay off.
Yeah.
The sword that apparently captures people's souls.
I quite liked it.
I liked it in essence, but it didn't show that. It's like, it just sounded like they were talking, like somebody would say, whatever, but they didn't. Everyone said, oh yeah, her sword captures your soul.
Killer Croc.
I was very disappointed in Killer Croc because, especially how well and how much we love him in the Batman games, I don't think it's too fair an assumption to say we want somebody who's on par with like the Thing or the Hulk or something like that.
It wouldn't have taken anything to make him 7'4".
Or just taller than Will Smith.
Yeah, just taller than the others.
Yeah.
Not the shortest one in the group.
I'm pretty sure he was the same height as Harley Quinn.
El Diablo, I liked. I liked the fact that he was one of the few that actually had a proper history. There was a reason why he wasn't fighting. I felt like he gave up on that a little too quickly. Just because someone poked him in the chest, he was like, okay, I'll use my powers, bruh.
Just call him Essay a lot.
Yeah. But I liked it. I liked the fact they tried to have such variety, and they did try to give depth. It just failed on every level. But I liked what they tried to do with him. But I felt like they could have done more. But like with everyone else, they could have done more.
Yeah. Amanda Waller, the person who runs the Suicide Squad, a very big integral character to the DC universe.
Yeah, I thought she was a bitch. Acting wise, superb, because you hated her and you meant to hate her.
Yeah.
Like, she's a very good actress.
Hey, Batman.
Oh yeah, he was in it.
Yeah.
He let a kid get in front of a gun.
Totally controversial. Batman, in an alley, lets somebody point a gun at a kid. Even
Batman,
if it is...
there's a lot of reasons why you do what you do, and it all started with you being a kid at gunpoint in an alley. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly say, Enchantress, I thought she was great when she was the dirty Enchantress.
She looked brilliant.
But when she became she looked a little bit more comic-esque from her original green suit, which, if you're gonna make me love a dirty version that isn't the original green Enchantress, you've done a good job.
Yeah.
Because I'm obsessed with green. But I didn't really like the cleaner version, where it's a lot more CGI there, because the way she was moving, I get what they were trying to do. I liked it, didn't work though. Captain Flag, I actually thought that Captain Flag was good. I believed his relationship with Enchantress. I believed his feud with Will Smith. I got it. So basically, we've analysed the characters and the acting now. So what did you think of the film as a whole then?
As a story, I feel it didn't work. I mean, when my instinctive reaction when we went to see the film was that these are my characters, or attempts at my characters, but they are in a storyline that just doesn't work, and it's not an interesting story. It's like, yeah, if it was a comic run, it'll be like a bad comic run.
I liked what they were doing with it, because it was very comic-esque. How many times have we watched a film where God is trying to kill the world and people have to save the day? that I liked. You know, it's very true to comics, but there was something once again lacking with it. And one of the things that I was saying to you is that there was no consequence. Like, even though, sorry, not consequence, there felt like there was no threat. You watched these two gods create this machine that was going to destroy the planet and every human, but they couldn't afford one single extra to die. No, like, even when we were talking about Ghostbusters, the original film, okay, Cortana's talking to me on the Xbox. But yeah, in the original Ghostbusters, you see this big puff marshmallow man, and he walks past all these buildings and people in the buildings watching him. And then even at the beginning of Batman vs Superman, you watch these people run in fear, and they're the people you relate to, because they're the people, you're them people that are going to die.
Yeah.
When you just see this big machine being built, you can't put yourself in that situation, so you can't feel the fear. And I felt like, yeah, they didn't expand this world. It was like they could only afford these actors and no extras. You know, no one else could die. There could be no screaming, no running away, no fear to make you scared.
Yeah, you know, these are supposed to be rich and interesting villains. You know, I want to see Killer Croc bite someone's head off or arm off or something like that. But you didn't really see anything like that. You just saw a lot of moving stuff, and half the time in the fight sequences, you couldn't tell who was doing what to who. And
I have a feeling this film wasn't made for us, though. I have a feeling this film was made for the 15 to 18-year-olds. Because in my shop, they're the age group that seem to love the new Harley Quinn. I don't know so much
But they don't know why. They don't know why they like her.
No,
they like her because she's marketed to them.
Well, exactly. But I think, like you said, this is why we can't see Killer Croc.
So, hey, 15-year-olds, here's an abused, mentally tortured woman who's in love with her abuser. Go out there and wear her t-shirts.
Oh, it's all right. We had 50 Shades of Grey. We all have our own problems of abusive stories everyone likes.
God almighty.
I'm not saying I liked 50 Shades of Grey. It's too tame. In this film, Harley Quinn saves the planet for free.
Yeah.
He says you can all go, and as bad guys you would run away, but she stays because she's got nothing but left to do because she's a lost little puppy. But hands down, in the comic books, if a god said, I'm going to destroy the planet...
You say yes!
yeah. But you can have Mr. J back. She'd do it in a heartbeat. And she didn't in this. Whether that's because she didn't believe it, or because she's a good person, I don't know. It wasn't, once again, a Harley Quinn. And it always reminds me of stuff like when I used to watch X-Men, and I always used to think, because one of the whole points of it is, on their own, some of their powers aren't that good, but as a team, they would make this unstoppable force. As a group, they were still individual characters that didn't bond and mesh well together.
No, they didn't. But also simultaneously, I would say there's absolutely no purpose in the government saying, yeah, they're going to be better at saving the world than anything else. Harley Quinn is a girl with a baseball bat.
Yeah, I don't know why they...
That's it.
Like, they literally...
Boomerang, throws a boomerang. I'm a little upset by it. Because now, like I said, these characters have gone off into their corners.
They exist now.
Even the Joker is now going off into his corner, and he's not... You know, it's like Harley Quinn is now his weakness. Harley Quinn is now his weakness. The Joker never had a weakness. He didn't care about Harley Quinn enough. He pushed her out of windows and shot her, I'm sure, at some point. He's done loads of things against Harley because he only wants her around whilst she's useful to him. And now in the DC universe, she is his weakness, and he would go across heaven and earth for her. And that's not the Joker.
No.
It's not the Joker. Suicide Squad, thanks for plaguing the DC universe.
You've made characters that can't go away now. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching our review. I'm sorry if you don't agree with us. I know there are other people that don't, but all I can say is if you enjoyed it, I'm genuinely happy for you that you enjoyed this film, because I was hoping I would. But thank you. What do you think? Comment below. No hate. What do you think without hate? Let's be nice.
Yes.
And yeah, stick around because I upload videos every week. But Ilan is not always here, but he is an artist and illustrator, and his link will be below, so you could check him out.
Oh, thank you very much. And let us know what film you might want us to see next, because we've got a bit of a gap now until.
Yeah, but to be fair, we've got an Odeon Limitless card now, so.
We do. But you know, I wouldn't mind having something.
We're not sponsored by Odeon, by the way.
No.
We paid for it.
So yeah, let us know, because I would be interested to see what films should be seen. What? Oh, Wonder Woman. We saw the trailer for Wonder Woman. Yeah, and
I'll tell
Doctor
you
Strange.
what, DC did something right with that. Oh, they're saying that. Suicide Squad was an amazing trailer, so...
I don't think it was an amazing trailer. I don't think it was an amazing trailer. I never thought so.
Okay, Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad were two of the best edited trailers I've ever seen for a movie.
I doubt that very much. What?
They were like,
What?
oh my, never mind. Look, I don't like the film. I'm just saying the trailer it was so well edited, Suicide Squad.
No, it's not. It was like shot. Oh my god, make sure they see everything.
Like, okay, maybe this is from my point of view then, because I edit music videos, I edit videos, but I saw to the point where they even had the gun shooting in sync to the drums or the beats.
Yeah.
And I, honest to God, got goosebumps and I was like, oh my god! And Wonder Woman, it has the drums in sync. No,
okay.
both.
Okay.
And it had drums in sync with bullets and bullets in sync with the tempo, and they both increased together, and it gets your heart rate and it gets you excited, and they were both amazing.
Wonder Woman was amazing, whereas I think the problem with the Suicide Squad trailer was it was just way too many shots. Yeah, so it was like dun 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 dun, and it's like, and there you go, there's 9 shots of stuff.
Mamma mia, mamma mia.
That I kind of saw, and then, yes. All right. Anyway, we said bye like 8 minutes ago.
Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye bye.